Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Soaps.com has the new General Hospital spoilers from Monday, November 25th to Friday, November 28th. It may be a short week thanks to the Thanksgiving holiday, but there's plenty of drama about to unfurl as Ava's day in court arrives, Lulu bumps into someone familiar, and Lucky stands up to one of the deadliest individuals in town. Read on for the details. All of the pieces are in place for major drama as Ava's trial finally gets underway. Trust us when we tell that this is going to get extremely nasty very quickly, especially considering things kick off with Christina being asked to testify. Michael and Drew make a pitch. Michael may have the face of an angel, but he's got the devil inside. So Drew might want to look out when his nephew makes a move against him. Nicholas Alexander Chavez addresses favorite GoTOS and explains whether General Hospital is still one of his faves. Lulu has been awake all of 2 minutes, or so it seems, and yet she's already laying it all on the line and taking a major risk. Will it pay off? Plus, why is Cyrus so fixated on Lulu? Curtis had a long, open-hearted talk with Jordan. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, November 26th. If you're anything like us, your pulse still beats quicker when you hear the words Lucky and Elizabeth mentioned in the same phrase. While we're not sure if they'll manage to find their way back together, Lucky is there when Elizabeth is in need of support. As the greatest trial to strike Port Charles in ages proceeds, Dante is the next person to take the stand. Will his testimony put the final nail in Ava's figurative coffin? And what exactly is the trick that Rick has up his sleeve? Will Cody wind up regretting his actions when he assists a stranger? Or might his nice deed have a favorable outcome? Sasha needs someone to confide in, and Maxie is at the right place at the right moment. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, November 27th. Cyrus and Lucky may be related, but something tells us the younger man won't hold back when he meets his wicked uncle. Ava's destiny may depend on Molly's words as Rick asks his daughter to testify. Brace yourselves, Spinelli and Maxie, for a bit of a shock is going in your path. Brooklyn and Chase throw their souls on the line during an honest chat. Lulu sees someone familiar, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? Although the soap will run today, it will not be a fresh episode. In reality, the episode being screened, which first aired on July 19th of this year, isn't even a particularly remarkable or classic outing. Look for Jason and Carly to continue reuniting, Trina to be hit with a surge of grief as she continues processing Spencer's loss, and Tracy being charmed by newcomer Gio. Not only will the show not be broadcasting a new episode today, they won't even be airing a replay. Instead, watch for sports to dominate ABC's afternoon lineup. It's just been a day since Chad Duell announced that he is departing General Hospital after 14 years as Michael Corinthos, but already, new facts are emerging, primary among them when he will last broadcast and whether the legacy role would be recast. In a statement on X, executive producer Frank Valentini wrote, "I am sad to confirm the news of Chad Duell's forthcoming exit. I have loved working with Chad over the years and wish him nothing but the best. He is a superb performer and will be missed by everyone at General Hospital. There are no plans to recast his role at this time, but you never know in daytime," he continued. "I can promise a great story for Michael and his family when Chad exits in the new year. So at least viewers will get to admire the Emmy winner's work for a couple more months." In response to the revelation, Duell's on-screen mom Laura Wright playfully remarked that she was still mad, "But I adore you." General Hospital wife Caitlin McMullen Instagrammed, "Love you, Chad." Spare love interest Sophia Matson added that she was excited to see what's next. Perhaps the sweetest comment Duell received was from his real-life spouse Luana Lucci, who wrote that their son Little D and I are always by your side, supporting you through every decision. Announcing his forthcoming departure on social media, the actor stated that "This wasn't an easy decision for me, but it feels like the right time in my life." He also added that this isn't a goodbye, it's a see you later. Duell joined the cast in 2010, taking over from Drew Garrett, back then much to the disgust of on-screen father Maurice Benard. Duell was Emmy nominated for his work as Michael 6 times and brought home the trophy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in 2015. General Hospital watchers were startled the afternoon of Saturday, November 23 when actor Chad Duell announced he was departing the character of Michael Corinthos. GH viewers obviously did not have this on their bingo card for 2024, and it caught many off guard. After all, Chad Duell and the Michael character have been staples on GH since the actor started the role in 2010. While he may have been a young kid when he first took the role, both Duell and Michael have become essential figures in the realm of Port Charles and storylines. Duell jumped on Instagram to deliver the news in a poignant message about his choice to leave the serial. He thanked executive producer Frank Valentini, the actors, staff, and everyone behind the scenes who had felt like family to him over his years with the program. Chad closed it by noting this wasn't goodbye, but see you later. While GH fans reeled at the news, hours later, Valentini issued a response to Chad's announcement on X. From the looks of it, Duell's retirement from GH is an amicable one, as Valentini states in his tweet that he is sad to confirm the actor's exit from the serial. GH's executive producer states he's adored working with Duell, and that he wishes Chad nothing but the best. Valentini also writes inside the post that Duell is a terrific performer who shall be missed by everyone on GH. Still, Valentini finished the tweet a fascinating tidbit. He writes, "There are no plans to recast his role at this time, but you never know in daytime. I can offer a terrific narrative for Michael and his family when Chad exits in the new year." It's surprising, to say the least, that Michael will not be a recast, considering actor Robert Adamson has stepped in for Duell a number of occasions as a temporary recast when needed. This seems to indicate that the Michael Corinthos character could pass away, or at the very least everyone will think the figure has passed. Then again, with everything going on with Michael's marriage, may he decide to leave town? Where would that leave Sasha Corbin if she finds out she's expecting? There are so many elements to Michael's tale right now, so it'll be interesting to watch how the character ends up exiting. Regardless of how things go down, it wouldn't be shocking if the soap kept the door open for a comeback after Michael's exit. No revised plans seems to indicate this, and Duell did make it clear he would see everyone later, so this may be a temporary exit. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Chad Duell's leave will likely be dramatic and come in early 2025, so viewers will have to tune in to watch how Michael Corinthos bids adieu to the land of Port Charles. Danny lashes out at Lucas as Sam's family prepares for the funeral and Jack gives Lucky a job offer. Ava sees Lucas visiting his father's grave. She's delighted to see him here, especially today. She's sure Julian appreciates him visiting. She knows he committed terrible choices yet he loved Lucas, Sam and Leo. Eva with Lucas GH. His kids meant the world to him and she wishes she could honor him by traveling to the burial. Lucas laughs, knowing it's for the best that she doesn't. She asks why he's not there and he relates his run-in with Danny. He might be responsible for Sam's death. Eva with Lucas at Julian's tomb GH recaps. He'll bear it even if he doesn't know. They joke about his remorse and she playfully thinks he should change his name to Jerome. Eva tells him they're not like others. She knows he feels alone and misunderstood and tells him he's not alone. Lucas and Eva at grave. She's there for him just like her brother would want. He died too soon but he was lucky to have died before his daughter did. Burying a kid is a heartache she wouldn't want on anyone. Lucky says he had little need for him at the time he died but he's grateful to him for Sam, one hell of a sister. Aunt too, Ava says. He grins, knowing she's right. Ava kind. At the church, Sam's funeral has began and the priest says a prayer about being inspired by the legacy she left and placing her spirit in God's hands. Priest during Sam's funeral. Nina tells Drew she can't believe Jason showed up but he knows Jason has to be there. Molly steps forward and thanks everyone for coming to commemorate her sister Sam. Molly at funeral says speech GH. She describes her family a force to be reckoned with and that Sam leaned toward being patient, honest and a good listener. She recalls solid counsel that Sam provided her regarding her first case and adds she was petite in size but could command a room. Kids at Sam's funeral. She brings up how great Sam was and cries as she says they'll always be Davis women. Christina says few words funeral for Sam. Christina feels Molly was right to call their sister supportive. Kids at funeral GH recaps. She knows she can get herself into trouble and says Sam rode to her rescue. She'd never judge and valued second chances. Joss softly asks Carly where Lucas is, but she has no idea. Spinelli gets up and tells the room Sam was the first person to ever befriend him. Spinelli during Sam's funeral. He didn't relate to people back then. She was a stylish motorcycle chic whereas he was a nerd and she took people as they were. He flashes back to her helping him grow his muscles. Spin treasured her and she helped give him the confidence to fall for the woman of his dreams. He hopes she realized how grateful he was to her. Dear Samantha, my dear friend, you will forever be missed. Michael and Joss and Willow during funeral. Carly stands up and declares Sam a fighter. She remembers arguing with Sam about the guys in her life leaving her and how Sam spanked her good for saying so. Carly offers good remarks for Sam's funeral. Carly admired how Sam didn't let things get her down. Flashback Sam younger days GH. They had a rocky connection and it took a while for them to become friends. She tells the kids how much their mom loved them and calls them strong, just like her. Tears shine in their eyes. Liz gets up and recalls being angry with Sam for letting gangsters around her kids. They argued briefly and then Jason came into it. Sam said that was a fair trade. She got her husband and Liz got the kids. Liz versus Sam on GH. Sam thinks they started off bad and everything changed. Sam versus Liz days. It taught her a lesson that if you're not getting along with someone, you may not understand them. She and Sam moved from rivals to co-parents to friends and she's happy of that. Elizabeth at the funeral. Lucas stands up and addresses relatives and friends. He calls his sister fun and fearless. He didn't realize how heroic she was. Lucky sad during funeral. Lulu was dying and she sacrificed her liver to rescue her. She lost her life as a result. Dante with sons. He addresses the surviving Davis women and tells them his family will eternally be in her debt. Alexis starts to cry. Alexis with girls. After Lucky takes his seat, Dante stands at the platform with his own speech. Sam McCall funeral on General Hospital soap spoilers. He talks about a sad point in his life before Sam showed up. She knew he was struggling and wanted to help. Dante speaks love with Sam. She helped him see he could restore his life and they fell in love. He flashes back to them agreeing to move in together. She was really supportive and badass and did a terrific job on the PCPD softball team. He's going to keep going and tells Sam she'll always have his heart. He loves her. Sam and Dante flashbacks. Aiden stands up and talks about his stepmom and claims she was a mother to him. She'd get irritated if he left damp socks on the floor and gave him popsicles when he was unwell. Aiden at Sam's funeral. He wants to teach Danny and Scout their private handshake. He chokes up claiming he doesn't want to forget anything. She gave him a lot and the nicest thing was his brother and sister. They'll always be family even though his dad and Sam didn't get to make it official. Danny and Jason at the funeral. Jason stands alongside Danny and though he's not good with public speaking he says he loves her and is glad for the years they spent together. He's grateful for his son and Sam who taught him a lot about life. She was one of the bravest and toughest individuals he knew and he wants her kids to know how great she was. Danny with Jason. He tells Danny, hand on his shoulder, that there was nobody like his mom. He addresses the kids. No one. Danny and Jason embrace and Danny, though he finds this hard, talks about how fast his mom liked to go, her black leather jacket. Danny during his mom's funeral GH. He will keep it for Scout. She enjoyed Chinese food and made them read aloud their fortune crackers. He felt it was lame yet it made her happy. He sobs a little knowing his mom loved all of them but they'll miss hearing her express it. Jason embraces his son close, tears in his eyes. Danny and Scout at funeral. Alexis gets up once the men take their seats. She has notes and comments that she doesn't generally require them to discuss her kids. She was terrified she'd forget something. Alexis grieves Sam on GH. Her great daughter deserves that. Her girls nod and smile with support. Alexis talks about not meeting Sam until she was an adult formed by terrible events. Alexis during daughter's funeral. Experiences turned her into a tough person with a good heart. Alexis laments missing her childhood, but they choose each other. Chrissy and Molly funeral. Alexis flashes back to sobbing and asking Sam where her compassion was and how selfish she was acting. Sam agreed to induce labor for her and then started to scream and bend over in pain as she went into labor. She yelled for Jason, who came to her side. Alexis adored and also liked her daughter she considers a friend. Sam in labor. Alexis talks about Sam being an adrenaline junkie and sobs as she talks about her exploits. The priest gets up at the end with a prayer for all, and then Gio starts playing the violin as family and friends exit the church. Violin. Dante hugs Cody while Alexis is the only one left behind. Later, Joe's left and Molly and Chrissy turn up to comfort their mom before they head to the graves. She understands love and loss are interwoven and believes her heart is bursting and cracking. Davis girls. They flash back to Sam tying a noose around her neck in a jail cell, and then Sunny struggling with Sam to escape out of town, and then Alexis' last moments with her kid, and then to Sam seducing Sunny. Sunny and Sam. They show Sam talking about having to take her GED test with Jason, and to Jason yelling at her to get out of the car as it blows up, then Maxie giving her shoes for a present. A montage plays with calm music and loads of memories of Sam. Sam flashback. Meanwhile, in General Hospital, Lulu gasps as she wakes up. Lulu wakes up. She opens her eyes and then touches her palm to her face. Lulu in coma GH. As Port Charles prepares to say farewell to Sam, Dominic Zamprovna describes what it was like on set the day the funeral was recorded. Plus, what's next for Dante? Christina and Molly rally around Alexis. Ava and Lucas find common ground. As fans await Robert's return, Tristan Rogers celebrates a truly special event. Lulu wakes up. As the daughter of Laura Wright turns 26, we look back at her mini-me's life in images. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, November 20th. Jason and Danny share a heart-to-heart. Elizabeth gets disturbing news. Alum Jason Thompson gets an injury that leads castmate questioning, are they gonna have to amputate? Alexis makes a vow. Molly explains Rick's strategy. Dante and Christina demand justice. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, November 21st. On today's General Hospital, Jason and Drew learn Sam's desires for her children, and Jason refuses to allow Danny live with Drew. Jason will GH. Michael confides in Sasha. Jason is adamant. Dante ponders his next action. Alum Vanessa Antoine checks into Grey's Anatomy as a new love interest for, spoiler? Christina thanks Jocelyn. Kai shocks Trina. Find out why we aren't shipping Kai and Trina just yet. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, November 22nd. In today's recap, Dante and Jason plot to move into the Quartermain home to keep the kids together, and Michael warns Curtis about Drew. Michael warns Curtis GH. Molly brings unpleasant news to Christina. Ava is anxious. Stella encourages TJ. Jason seeks counsel from Dante. Mac and Felicia step up for Sasha. General Hospital spoilers predict that Michael Corinthos will be in a sticky situation when it comes to his troubled marriage. Since Michael still loves Willow Corinthos and the family they've made together, it's been hard for him to know what to do. Michael still hasn't addressed Willow and Drew Quartermain about their hookup in the playroom, which he watched on the nanny cam. That's partially because forcing Willow to come clean would leave Michael feeling forced to disclose his own one-night fling with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, though he plans to keep her name out of it if he does spill. However, it's evident that Michael's fears are developing regarding Willow's intense love for Drew. Willow previously made out with Drew twice and then had a playroom romp with him, so she's been willing to put a lot on the line to explore their bond. Of course, Willow is now attempting to focus on healing her marriage so she can get her life back on track. That doesn't mean Drew and Willow will be able to avoid temptation whenever it eventually hits again. It's easy to envision Willow and Drew submitting to another round of passion at some point. Drew and Willow might try to tell each other a last goodbye, only to allow their passions erupt and pull them into a second heated encounter. It's one thing for Michael to observe Willow and Drew stripping down on a video that he can turn off. It's quite another for Michael to actually walk in on his wife and uncle committing the deed. Could Michael catch Willow meeting up with Drew in person the next time around? Would that be the last straw for this irate husband? As much as Michael wants to fix things with Willow, he can't just keep letting this go on. If Willow loves Drew and would prefer a life with him instead, then Michael may encourage her to be honest about it. Willow can't have both men, therefore Michael may force her to pick or decide for her by pressing for a divorce. This could be a wake-up call for Willow about how much she genuinely stands to lose if she can't put Drew behind her. Our forecasts point to Michael and Willow's relationship troubles getting even more problematic, so we'll bring you updates on any stunning news that still might be brewing. General Hospital teasers indicate Michael will find himself in some uncomfortable situations, especially if Sasha's pregnant, so stay tuned for all the drama. Sunny gives Christina a job, Dante doesn't sure where to go with Rocco, and Michael tells Sasha that Drew and Willow slept together. Wednesday's GH recap, Lucas was cleared but Liz may be accused for Sam's death, while Lulu tried to get out of bed after recalling Cyrus making threats. Dex runs into Kai in the gym. The cop brings up Trina and explains he's dating her roommate. Dex gym. Dex informs him that Trina is a sweetheart. He wonders why he's not at the campus gym. Kai wants to perform some sparring. Kai talks to Dex about Trina. They climb into the ring and spar as they talk about football. Kai offers to get him into a game. Dex says he seems like a decent man. Kai believes he can convince Trina of that. Kai-Dex spar. At Pozzolo's, Sunny serves dinner for Christina and asks why she's so restless. She's concerned she'll muck things up during the trial. He promises her she'll hit it out of the park. She worried about failing her daughter. Sunny says she needs something fresh to concentrate on and offers she work for him. Sunny gives Christina employment. She appreciates it, but she's not qualified to do anything. He thinks she's brilliant and will do fine. She can bounce around at Corinthos Coffee and see how she feels. She agrees to think it over. Christina says Sunny worried. At Bobby's, Trina complains to Joss about what a flake Kai is. She doesn't appreciate having to waste her time explaining things to him. Joss Trina fries. Joss feels she's seeking for a reason not to work with him. They dispute about him and Joss begs him to give her a chance. Trina loves to keep in charge. Joss knows that counting on someone new might be tricky. But it's okay not being able to control everything. When Kai is 5 minutes late, Trina decides to go. Kai appears and apologizes. He got stuck in traffic. They sit and start planning their idea. He already got her a list of books. She's impressed. They tell about how much difficulties they have sleeping. As they exit, they make their study arrangements and he tells her she may reach out any time. Trina Kai make plans. Christina comes in and sits at the bar with Joss. She pays her sympathies and Christina thanks her. She apologizes to her and praises her for saving her life. Joss says she was only doing her job. She tells her she doesn't deserve anything she's gone through. Joss praised by Christina. They start talking about the trial and how they want justice against Ava. Jordan stops into General Hospital with some food and begs her son to have dinner. Alexis assures him the law would be on his side, but she begs him to consider if Sam would want him to have full custody. Jason feels they should ask Danny what he wants. If he wants to live with him, he will construct a home for him. Drew thinks he likes it where he is. Jason thinks he should have the choice. Alexis withdrew Jason office. Alexis doesn't want to be in the thick of their animosity. She tells them to cut the bullshit and start chatting. The males admit they had a fight. She worries for the children. Jason informed his son the truth about it. Jason vows he will fight for Danny's right to select what he wants and goes out. Alexis between Drew and Jason. Alexis and Drew debate the problem and he wonders if she's really alright with having Danny live with Jason. She's not, so she proposes the kids live with her. He maintains that Scout has to live with him. Alexis recommends kids live with her. Jason walks to Sunny's office and fills him in. Sunny tells him to get Diane on this. Sunny Jason speak custody. Jason doesn't trust Drew and doesn't want him near his kid. Sunny is confident his son knows he loves him. He pushes him to do what's best for his son and not let Drew anywhere near Danny. He'll have his back. Sunny Jason chat Drew. Have you joined Soap Spoilers in our Facebook groups yet? Chat with other like-minded soap lovers in our groups, dedicated to recaps, spoilers, rumors, gossip and comings and goings. Check out our official General Hospital Soap Spoilers group. Also, feel free to join our new Facebook group for the Gates. Willow and Drew had sex on the playroom floor. Willow addressed a surprised Sasha in the Quartermain kitchen, stating, "Sasha, I thought you were my friend." Sasha immediately thought Willow knew that Sasha and Michael had slept together and apologized. "I don't want to hear your excuses. I told you about Drew in private," Willow stated. Sasha acknowledged that Willow was right. "Then why did you tell Cody you saw me kissing Drew?" "It has to be you," Willow added. Sasha defended herself, stating she didn't think Cody would say anything. Willow told Sasha that she had trusted her and now Michael has found out in the worst possible way. Sasha wondered if Willow had spoken to Michael that day. Willow responded she had and was pleased that Michael was prepared to give her another shot. "Thank God, because he values our marriage," Willow remarked. Those remarks triggered Sasha to flashback to her drunken night of mischief with Michael. Sasha assured Willow she had just told Cody about the kisses. Sasha told Willow that she and Cody had broken up because they were cousins. She said that Holly Sutton was her mother and Robert Scorpio was her father. Willow was surprised to hear that Sasha's mother was dead. "Were we ever actually friends? Now it turns out I don't actually know you at all," Willow marveled. Willow was sorry that Sasha and Cody couldn't be together, but she was still upset at Sasha for not keeping her mouth shut. "I never should have told Cody something that you told me in secret, but you need to realize that everything that happened last night happened because you kissed Drew. And not just once as you told Michael," Sasha remarked, pointing out the obvious. Willow still put the blame on Sasha and Cody. "I am so sick of everyone around here justifying their bad behavior." As Willow and Sasha argued, Carly walked in. Willow and Sasha observed the worry on Carly's face and asked what was wrong. Carly told the women what had occurred to Sam. When Carly and Sasha were later alone in the kitchen, Sidwell stormed in and grabbed Sasha. He then urged Carly to convey Sasha's mother a message, "I want my diamonds back." Meanwhile, Willow sought for Drew and found him in the playroom. She informed him she'd heard about Sam and held Drew in her arms. Drew told Willow he didn't know how he would be there for Scout when she needed her mom. Willow told Drew that he would find a way. "I wish I was the man that you see when you look at me because that's the man that Scout needs," Drew remarked. Drew acknowledged that he didn't know how to be a father alone. Willow promised Drew he wasn't alone before she grabbed Drew and kissed him. Drew and Willow then ended up having sex on the floor of the playroom. Nina met up with Ava at the Port Charles Grill at Ava's behest. Ava said she was a fool for losing their friendship but was glad for Nina's forgiveness. Still, she had a question. "Do you think we'll be able to get back to the friendship we had?" Ava humbly asked. Nina assured her that it might take time, but she was eager to work on their friendship. Nina went on to tell Ava all about Drew and Cody's altercation at the Brown Dog and how Cody told the whole bar Drew and Willow had been kissing. Nina told Ava how Drew blurted the whole nasty stuff out to Michael because he wanted to save his campaign, Nina added. "Typical guy," Ava responded. Nina indicated how much she had soured on Drew by saying, "Drew is a user. He's slick and smooth, yet he's a backstabbing bastard." Ava could tell Nina wasn't telling her something. Nina divulged that she'd been having sex with Drew for months. Nina claimed that her relationship with Drew began out as hate sex but that she sought to keep Drew's attention when she realized he had kissed Willow. Ava believed Willow should be given the truth about Nina and Drew. Ava was astonished when she asked Nina if she and Drew were finished, but Nina couldn't give her a straight answer. "Nina, don't let a man damage your connection with your daughter. Please." "I learned this the hard way," Ava reminded Nina. "You have to promise yourself that you'll put your daughter first," she added. Alexis, Molly, and Christina sat with TJ in his office. Alexis questioned whether he knew what caused Sam's heart attack, but TJ didn't know. He told the Davis girls that the hospital was doing everything it could to get to the bottom of things. When Molly said that Sam and Dante had recently been engaged, TJ handed Alexis a small bag with Sam's engagement ring inside. Christina quickly became upset, stating the ring belonged on Sam's finger. TJ stated she couldn't have it on during an autopsy. Christina also lost it when she heard that Sam was undergoing an autopsy. Alexis stated she knew about it, and Molly told Christina it was just regular procedure, but Christina didn't care. Molly attempted calming Christina down, saying that an autopsy was the only way to determine what truly happened to Sam. Alexis sat there with tears in her eyes as she listened to her daughter's dispute, but Molly finally persuaded Christina to understand that an autopsy was required. When TJ left the office to find a patient advocate to walk Alexis through the funeral arranging process, Christina and Molly apologized to Alexis. Their mother told Christina she needed them to keep together, and they vowed that they would. Alexis and her girls then visited with Felicia, who assisted them through their sadness. Molly moved away to call a funeral home, and Christina just walked away with no reason. Felicia let Alexis cry on her shoulder while TJ followed Molly to check on how she was doing. "I'm heartbroken. I'm angry. I'm afraid. It feels like we just lost Irene and now losing Sam. Honestly, TJ, I'm not sure how much more I can take," Molly remarked. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.